What's up, G.I. Joe fans? We got a double header for you today. Special request coming from Christopher Tweed, Mr. Christopher Tweed, a subscriber here at the M.I.B Master Museum. Guys, welcome back. I'll be your curator. And guys, we have a really cool request, and as stated before, a double header. Guys, we're bringing from 1997 and 1998 respectively our G.I. Jane, G.I. Joe action figures. We bring you from 1997 the G.I. Jane U.S. Army helicopter pilot and the G.I. Jane U.S. 82nd Airborne. Two awesome figures, highly anticipated, highly talked about, especially the G.I. Joe helicopter pilot was extremely talked about. You're talking about the first female figure made by G.I. Joe since the G.I. Joe nurse, back in the mid-1960s. So in 1997, the entire collecting community, the G.I. Joe collecting community, was talking about this action figure that was being produced by Hasbro. And I was no different than any other collector during that time period. I wanted to see exactly how the figure was going to be made, how it was going to come out, how they were going to produce it and hype it. And it met all of my expectations as a collector, definitely as a historian. So this was an excellent find. I tracked this figure, both figures actually, but particularly the U.S. Army helicopter pilot figure. I tracked that through our G.I. Joe Collectors Club during that time period that I was involved with. And we picked both of these figures up, this one in 97 and this one in 1998, from Toys R Us. And they've been in our museum collection ever since. And our subscriber, who's becoming a super subscriber now because Mr. Christopher Tweed is a excellent G.I. Joe collector himself and a historian on top of that. So this guy really knows his G.I. Joes and has really thrown some curveballs at us by way of trying to find these guys and to see if we have these particular figures in our museum. So it's fun. We like running back and forth, bumping into each other here at the museum, trying to find this stuff. And you guys keep this stuff coming. We have another huge Mego project on the way as well. So guys, we're just having a ball. I had me 2 cups of coffee. See, I can't even get it out. See, that's the caffeine talking, guys. A lot of coffee. So we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Let's dive right into this. And we'll start with 1997 first. 1997 was a cool year for G.I. Joe. It was a good full year removed from its classic collection debut. And the G.I. Jane U.S. Army helicopter pilot, once again, was highly anticipated. And there's the classic collection limited edition foil seal. Was highly anticipated. I picked this particular figure up on a Friday. I remember all of that. I could tell you when I bought all of my G.I. Joes for the most part. My memory's still pretty sharp. But I was exceedingly excited about this particular figure because this was the first female G.I. Joe that I had in my collection. The G.I. Joe nurse from the mid-60s is simply too rare. It's more of a holy grail. And to get it in any type of decent condition, you're talking about thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars. Price point wise for this particular figure right here in 1997, the G.I. Jane helicopter pilot was $29.99. A little over $30 with tax, and it was well worth it. It was definitely well worth it. The artwork is simply beautiful. As you can see, we have a C10 example here in our museum. Simply gorgeous. Let's go to the top here. They were still making the cool 5th panel boxes at this time. There's the equipment list. And she came with some really cool equipment. Not a ton of equipment and accessories, but enough. She was so cool, and her outfit was so cool. She didn't really require a ton of accessories. I mean, collectors was simply happy to have this particular figure in their collections, to add to their collections. You don't have a G.I. Joe collection if you don't have the G.I. Jane helicopter pilot in your collection. You absolutely positively have to have this figure in your collection. And this is the side of the box. Super cool. Let's turn her around. And that's how she looks. And just the outfit, everything is just really cool. Awesome. Let's turn the back of the box around. And this is why these boxes are just so beautiful. Give you a blown out look. Just beautiful. And here's the U.S. Army drill sergeant. We have this guy in our museum collection as well. And there's your U.S. Army helicopter pilot in all of her glory. Beautifully done. Let's get you a year. Kenner was still producing these guys. Here's 1997. I thought Kenner did a phenomenal job at manufacturing these G.I. Joes. And here's some more. The box alone would make you want to go out and collect G.I. Joes because you just couldn't buy one. Let's turn this back around here. Let's open the box up. And it came with that really cool Velcro inside piece. Here's the inside of the box. Let's get you a blown out look there. This box was made with collectors in mind. To be able to store the box correctly, you had the Velcro here, the adjustment part right there, and then you have this beautiful, beautiful artwork on the inside of the 5th panel telling you the story of the U.S. Army helicopter pilot. Beautiful. Now let's get in. Just beautiful. She came in different ethnic backgrounds and hair colors. We have a blonde version here. They had an African American version. They have a redhead version, a brunette version, and I want to say a brown hair version. And if you're a completist, I know a collector that has all of the ethnic backgrounds and hair colors. And that's a completist. But I didn't have to go that far. You can still find this G.I. Joe on the secondary market, Amazon. Once again, I always start off by telling you guys to check Coswell Collectibles. I simply swear by Coswell Collectibles. They have an extremely large inventory of G.I. Joes. Classic collections, Hall of Fame, timeless collection, you name it, they carry it. So definitely check with them first on a secondary market. This particular Joe, you probably could still find for about maybe $50. I wouldn't go any higher than $60 for this particular figure. Anything more than that, and this is C10 museum quality, I wouldn't go any higher than that. Or you're probably paying too much at that point. she's an awesome figure, but you know, she's still quite able to, you're still quite able to find her relatively easily. There's her radio. She's got a pistol. Let's see, get you right over there. It's her pistol. And the helmet, to me, the helmet, the life vest, these were all selling points, on top of the fact that she was the first female G.I. Joe in nearly 30 years. Beautifully done. Guys, tell me what you think of the U.S. Army helicopter pilot, the first female G.I. Joe. Guys, please like and subscribe. For our new viewers, we want you guys to hang out with us. This is what we do all the time. We take requests. We have fun. We talk about our favorite hobby, collecting G.I. Joes, and we show some really cool figures. So definitely like and subscribe, guys. Get you another close-up for Mr. Christopher Tweed. Two excellent selections by Christopher Tweed. We really do appreciate this, man. Thank you. Once again, I haven't seen this figure, and this figure is in our main collection room. I haven't seen this figure in, oh my goodness, about 8 years. I haven't seen it in 8 years. So the request really helps, guys. Just an awesome figure. Beautiful vest. I love that vest. She's got her flight suit on. The helmet's just gorgeous. See if we can get you some shots of the helmet there. Her comm link. And that's our U.S. helicopter pilot. Let's close her up. Her back there. Let's bring our U.S. 82nd Airborne. This was the second of the G.I. Jane Joes. This is from 1998. Another highly anticipated figure. But it didn't reach the popularity. And there's her foil sticker, classic collection sticker from 1998, limited edition. This is a C10 museum quality. But her popularity didn't reach the heights of the U.S. Army helicopter pilot, G.I. Jane. And I think simply because she had to come a year after the release of the G.I. Jane U.S. helicopter pilot. That's the only reason. But she still had a lot of fanfare, tons of fanfare from the collector community. And I was one of them. So once again, I waited with exceedingly just abated excitement. And I couldn't wait until this figure was released. And I picked this figure up from Toys R Us in 1998. And I believe it was on a Saturday. And what jumped out from me was just this gorgeous box art of this female soldier, G.I. Joe, right here. Whoever did the artwork just did a beautiful job. It was just phenomenal. It really makes me proud of our men and women in the military, because these figures accentuate exactly what they are. And it just makes you proud. It's just a really classy figure by Hasbro to do. Guys, tell me what you think of the 82nd, U.S. 82nd Airborne. Just beautiful. Let's check the box out here. Please leave all your comments underneath in the comment section underneath this video. We appreciate it. We love to get the chatter started about these two awesome figures. Here's the equipment list. Now she had a little bit more equipment and accessories than our U.S. Helicopter pilot. And her outfit was extremely cool. Let's turn this around. It's a little dusty there. Guys, we try to keep these dusted off, and it's a beautiful picture there. Let's get you a blown out shot. That's the side of the box. Let's turn it around. And some of you guys remember this guy on the back here. We did a, did we do a, no, we haven't done a, I don't think we did a, I don't think we did a video on this guy, but I could be wrong. Here you go. Add these 1998 G.I. Joe recruits to your collection. We sure did. Washington, there you go. We haven't done this guy yet. We haven't done any of these guys yet. Guys, we have a, there's just so many out there that we haven't done yet. Let's get you a year here. Here it is, 1998. Let's turn it back around. Here's the famous fifth panel. There's the U.S. 82nd Airborne. Beautiful backstory on the U.S. 82nd Airborne. Let's blow it out a little bit for you. These boxes are just gorgeous, just beautiful. I liken these boxes to a piece of art. That's what they are to us here at the museum. These are artifacts at this point. You're talking about nearly 20-year-old action figures, and they're boxes, and comes with the same Velcro. Just beautiful pieces of work at this point, at this stage now. And here's our figure, our 82nd, U.S. 82nd Airborne G.I. Jane figure. And we call her proudly G.I. Jane, but she's a G.I. Joe too. There's her beret, which is really cool. Guys, do you own this one? The U.S. 82nd Airborne? Guys, I'm telling you, if you don't have this particular figure in your collection, once again, it's paramount to have these two G.I. Jane, G.I. Joe figures in your collection. You have to. They're two of the first female figures to be produced by Hasbro for G.I. Joe in 30 years. There's her H harness. She got the two canteens, beautiful. And she comes not just with the beret, but she comes with a really cool camouflage covered hat, helmet. She got her M16. Beautifully done. She's ready to rock and roll. And once again, the outfit, same head sculpt. These were original head sculpts for these figures. And we'll show you some more G.I. Jane figures from the G.I. Joe line in a few, maybe within a few weeks. And they did some really cool different head sculpts. But this was the original head sculpt. And guys, I get caught up sometimes. I'll call them G.I. Jane because the first one was listed as G.I. Jane, but they're G.I. Joes. They're female G.I. Joes. So that makes it a little easier for me. And cool. Just beautifully done. Everything about this figure, her outfit, let's get you a blown out shot of that outfit. Super cool. Beautifully done. Guys, we'll be here all day. We'll go get another cup of coffee. We'll come back. And we'll get started on some more projects. Guys, with that being said, grab your favorite beverage, hop on the couch, kick back, relax, and enjoy and tune in to the M.I.B. Master Museum channel. God bless. And keep collecting.